Three of Claude Cowork's 5 biggest claims are only partially true, and one of them borrows capabilities from a completely different product. If your team is budgeting around the 60% cost savings pitch, you could be making a very expensive assumption. AI collaboration tools are moving fast right now, and teams are committing budgets based on marketing copy. So I went through 14 sources, official docs, community reports, independent analyses, testing Claude Cowork's 5 boldest claims to see which ones actually hold up. 2 claims deliver cleanly, but the cost savings number, the one that might actually drive your purchase decision, has 0 independent verification against any named enterprise tool, and I'll get to that in Claim 5. My name is Brian, and I'm in these tools 12 hours a day, so you don't have to be. I pulled every claim Anthropic makes about Claude Cowork, cross-referenced the official docs against community reports and independent analyses, and scored each one against the actual evidence. Say you're a team of 10 non-technical knowledge workers and someone's pitching Claude Cowork as the thing that replaces your current collaboration stack. The seat price looks low at $20 a month. But if the claims about code-based context and cost savings don't hold, you're locked into a tool that doesn't do what you bought it for. Claim 1, real-time collaborative coding without latency. You've probably heard both that it runs in the cloud and that it just works anywhere. But the day your connection drops mid-task and the whole session hangs, you lose the context, you lose the work, and you lose the time you spent setting it up. The core of this claim is real. Sessions run in the cloud, they follow your account across devices, and your local machine doesn't even need to stay on. So step-by-step visibility into every file opened and every tool used is genuinely there. But the Duke DDMC blog documented that on a weak connection, the system can hang mid-task, so bear that in mind. Now, the latency issue is real, but it's also pretty situational. If you're on a stable connection, you're probably fine. The hang risk is specifically about poor connectivity, and for most office or remote setups, that's not a daily problem. So the gap between the claim and reality is smaller than it might sound. This claim delivers, and the latency caveat turns out to be less of a deal than I thought going in, because for teams on stable connections, it really isn't a problem. Remote sessions, work is advertised. The step-by-step visibility is a genuine differentiator, and that puts Claim 1 in the win column. 1 of 1, holding up so far. Claim 2, Claude Cowork handles multi-file projects with 100,000 plus lines of code. The number itself is what gets people excited, 100,000 lines. But if the tool can't actually hold the full codebase in context, you get suggestions that miss dependencies, and that breaks things in ways that are slow and annoying to debug. There's a real gap here between what's claimed and what's actually happening. Claude Cowork uses chunked retrieval, so agents query specific sections without holding the entire document in context, which works, but it's not full context awareness. And what surprised me is that the marketing language for this borrows directly from Claude Code's capabilities, which is a different product entirely. Partially true, the workspace organization is solid. Chunked retrieval does work for large files, but the full code-based context claim belongs to Claude Code, not Claude Cowork. So this one's a tie, and that keeps us at 1 full delivery and 1 partial. 1 of 2 claims holding up cleanly. Claim 3, instant team onboarding, hours down to minutes. A solo founder onboarding a 5-person team on a Monday morning needs to know if this is real, because if it takes a full day to get everyone set up with API keys and infrastructure docs, you've already lost the productivity win you were promised. This one genuinely impressed me. No API keys, no infrastructure setup, no docs about tokens and rate limits. You sign in, create a workspace, invite your team, and cloud storage means agent output is immediately available to everyone with no manual sharing. Though I'll note the community-reported real-time editing and task tracking features don't have official vendor confirmation I could find. This claim delivers, and it's probably the strongest one in the whole report. There's no real catch around infrastructure or permissions for non-technical teams, so that puts us at 2 clean deliveries out of 3 claims tested, with 1 partial. 2 tests left, and these are the 2 where Claude Cowork's pitch starts to get fuzzy. The merge conflict claim and the cost savings number are both the most developer-facing and the least verified, so if you're a dev or a finance person making a budget call, stick around. Claim 4, fewer merge conflicts than traditional Git. You've probably heard this one floated alongside the collaboration pitch, but Claude Cowork is marketed to non-technical knowledge workers, and merge conflicts are a developer problem. So right away, something feels off about who this claim is actually for. When I dug into this, the /resolve conflict skill does exist, and community reports say it automates conflict resolution end-to-end for files like pom.xml and Docker Compose IML. But the Git workflow automation stuff, reading diffs, generating commit messages, managing PRs, that's Claude Code, not Claude Cowork, and the two products keep getting conflated in the content out there. Partially true and kind of a weird one, the skill exists, but the broader Git automation claim belongs to a different product. And the claim itself targets developers when Claude Cowork is built for non-technical teams. So this is a tie, and we're sitting at 2 of 4, holding up fully. Claim 5, 60% less than enterprise collaboration tools. That number is doing a lot of heavy lifting in the pitch, and if your team is 50 seats comparing this against Slack or Microsoft Teams, a 60% cost difference is a real budget conversation. So if the number is wrong, someone's going to look bad in that meeting. The sticker price is genuinely low, $20 per seat per month. Confirmed. But when I looked at the total cost picture, direct licensing is roughly 20% of your real spend, once you factor in usage limits, infrastructure, security tooling, and implementation labor, and the 60% figure itself. I couldn't find a single independent comparison against any named enterprise tool. Partially true, the seat price is real, and it's low. But the 60% savings claim has no independent data behind it, and true TCO can run 5 times the seat cost, so that's a partial at best. And the final tally is 2 of 5 claims hold up cleanly, 3 are partially true or unverified. Alright, so here's where Claude Cowork genuinely shines. Remote sessions follow your account across devices with no terminal required. Team onboarding is frictionless with no API keys and no infrastructure. The step-by-step visibility into every action the AI takes is a real transparency win. And shared cloud storage means your team's output is there instantly. Now here's where it falls short. The full codebase context claim belongs to Claude Code, not this product. The merge conflict and Git automation pitch is also Claude Code's territory. The 60% cost savings number has 0 independent verification. And if you're a developer, this tool is simply not built for you. Only 2 of 5 claims actually held up cleanly, which is a pretty different picture than the marketing suggests. So here's the decision rule. If you're a non-technical team that needs instant shared workspaces with 0 infrastructure friction, Claude Cowork is worth it at $20 a seat. But if you're a developer expecting Claude Code level codebase awareness or verified cost savings against named enterprise tools, that's a different product. If you want to see what full codebase context actually looks like in practice, I put Claude Code through its own claims next, and the gap between what it promises on Git automation and what it actually does is pretty interesting. That one's already on the channel.